I don't know, man. I feel nervous right now.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel like really nervous. Something about basements, man.
Do you feel like there could be...
Oh my God!
What?
Jesus!
What?
I swear, I heard clear as day. And then... No, man. I didn't even... I didn't hear anything.
Life, Chad.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Chad. Oh man. Oh, it's flying, man. Oh no, it's flying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Chad. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Things are wrong. I'm freaking out right now, Chad. I do not know what to do right now. I have chills right now, Chad.
Thousands of hauntings are reported worldwide every year, and countless paranormal teams spend many nights investigating possible haunted sites. Well, for the GRAGG team, our stomping grounds are Rockford, Illinois and the surrounding region. Now, it just so happens that famous Rockford haunted sites also happen to be some of Rockford's most famous historic landmarks. Landmarks such as the Coronado Theater, Midway Village, and Tinker Swiss Cottage are not only beautiful tourist attractions, they are also known to be possibly haunted.
Now, another fascinating part of Rockford's forgotten past is in the form of this incredible mid-1800s building known as Briggs Mansion. Now, Briggs Mansion is located just on the outskirts of downtown Rockford and has an amazing and storied history. Now, it's used today primarily as a place for special events, but it's very possible that the mansion's history is still alive in the halls. And that's what brings Chad and I here tonight, to investigate the remarkable Briggs Mansion.
Built by C.C. Briggs of Dover, Vermont, Briggs Mansion is one of Rockford's grandest and oldest homes. Mr. Briggs was a newspaperman and was prominent in New England's anti-slavery movement. He participated in the Underground Railway and even purchased a slave himself simply to grant the man his freedom. Upon moving to Rockford, he established the Bank of Briggs, Spafford, and Penfield, which would become the Third National Bank. The Briggs family resided in the home until the late 1800s. The house remained vacant until 1892 when James Sherman, a carpenter who was part of the original construction of the home, was invited to live there. The Sherman family resided in the mansion until 1917, at which point the house was passed on to various family members and descendants of the Sherman family.
So we're here with Ray. He is the manager of Briggs Mansion, this beautiful facility, and he's going to share with us some of the history before we start our own investigation.
The Briggs Mansion was first built in 1861. It probably took 2 years to build because that was right at the beginning of the Civil War, and men and materials were more difficult to come by. So it stayed in the family for well over 100 years. About 8 years ago, my family bought it. We refurbished it from top to bottom, and we've been open for about 6.5 years to the public. Almost every day is spent with people coming to look at the facility, either to rent it or to use it. We do a lot of historical tours. There's hardly a day goes by that at least 3, 4, 5 people aren't coming and going through the mansion for some reason. This is the main parlor of the mansion. This is the formal parlor of the mansion. This is where the Briggses would have entertained. The Briggses were bankers, they were farmers, they were investment people. They had a very good life in the 1860s and 70s. The marble fireplace is the biggest in the mansion. These are the original wooden floors.
Oh wow. Is this the fireplace in the photo that you showed us?
Yes.
Earlier that night when we were visiting with Ray, he showed us a picture taken by this fireplace. It's an old black and white photo, and it looks like they caught a full-body apparition of a woman standing behind this man.
And she is looking down directly, reading that letter across his shoulder.
Wow. You can definitely see the face right there and then the body.
No, this is sitting right in the front room. That's the marble fireplace in the front room.
That is...
But see the big white collar she wore around her neck? That's her handkerchief coming out of her sleeve.
That is crazy.
This is what we call the bar buffet room. This was the original kitchen in the mansion.
Do you know off the top of your head how much the Briggs paid to build the mansion?
Yes, I do. How much do you think? Now think back to 1860, so you're talking 153 years during the Civil War. How much would this house have cost in terms of that day and age?
Wow. I don't know.
I was going to say about 150,000.
About 150,000, okay. Depending upon what figures you look at in the final look at the house, it was between $8,000 and $10,000.
Oh, wow.
But you also have to remember during that time, during the Civil War, a man may have only made $1 a week.
Yeah.
I wonder how much that would translate to today.
Millions.
Millions, yeah.
Yes. The basement would have been used extensively by the servants to, to maintain the household.
It's such a big space, yeah, I would imagine
Yes.
they would find something to do
Yes.
with it.
You can see the door to the basement, 1879 it was put in place. You think of the number of people that have opened and closed that door in, what, 125, 30 years. Yeah.
It's remarkable. I love it here.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. We'll house sit for you. How's that?
Yeah.
If you ever need one.
Right.
See ya.
Oh, great.
I'll have all the payments sent here to Travis and Chad, right?
Yes, absolutely.
This goes back out to the center hallway. And on this side of the mansion, you have the informal living rooms and dining rooms that the Briggses would have used on a daily basis.
Okay.
One of the remarkable things about this house is the 4 windows on this side of the mansion. You open them and the windows all disappear into the walls.
Oh, wow.
So they become open passageways.
That's really cool.
We're in this room where I have had one unusual experience in the 6 years I've been here at the Briggs Mansion. If you want to come this way. This clock has sat here for quite a few years and has never run. I came in one morning about 2 years ago and it was running.
That's bizarre, and there's no reason for it to just kick on all of a sudden?
None that I know of.
Wow.
No. My most unusual experience to come into this room, open the doors, and hear the clock ticking.
What kind of other experiences have people had that you've heard of or anything like that?
In the mansion, there are a great many photographs taken at weddings and receptions and parties, and one very common thing are the orbs that appear in the pictures. At first, we didn't think too much of it, but after 6 years here, we've seen so many pictures with the orbs, and that there is...
Keeps recurring.
Yes, and there is obviously an energy source here. They are not specks of dust on every photographer's
Absolutely,
lens.
and that's very interesting. Very interesting.
In a house of this age and this size, there are always what I call creaks and moans and groans. There are always, even in a sense, doors opening and closing. Part of it could be the wind, the draft, could be other things causing it. I don't make any judgments. It just happens. There are 4 bedrooms at this level of the mansion. We presently call this the groom's room because this is where a groom gets ready when a wedding is held here at the mansion. This was the master bedroom, Mr. and Mrs. Briggs's room. We now call this the bride's room. You mentioned the 3rd floor of the mansion. We are right here in this window at the moment. This is the 3rd floor, which we'll go to in a minute, and there's the top level, the 4th floor.
Ray then took us to the upper floors of Briggs Mansion, which are now closed to the public. The 3rd floor runs the entire length of the building and used to be a ballroom when they had a lot of parties. He then took us to the 4th floor, or the lookout tower.
This is what's referred to as the Widow's Peak, the cupola, or the lookout. Mrs. Briggs could have come up here and she could have looked basically all over Rockford from this vantage point.
360-degree panorama.
Can you imagine coming up there?
Having seen the entire mansion, our tour with Ray came to an end, and it was time to start our investigation.
The GRAG team is here in beautiful Briggs Mansion. It's a remarkable building, and Ray gave us all the history and an excellent tour. Another interesting aspect of tonight's investigation is that we're going to be alone in the building. Ray's going to lock us in and let the GRAG team do what we do best.
So when Ray came through and gave us the tour, he noticed that after being here, 6 years, he said, this clock never worked, and he came in one time and it was just working. So we're going to set up one of our cameras, Old Faithful GRAGGVision 3000. We're going to set it up. So it's kind of over here, and it's going into the room where he actually showed us the picture of that woman looking over the shoulder of the man reading that note.
Going lights out. Now this is a GRAG exclusive investigation. We are alone in this building.
Completely
we have
alone.
Full access to every floor, all 5 floors. We have full access. We are alone in this building. We are locked in.
Dude, it is creepy back here.
Yeah, this basement is really creepy.
In the basement, we set up our laser grid and our motion sensor camera. This way, if anything passed by, the motion camera would snap night vision pictures, and the laser grid would help us determine the size and the shape of the figure. We left the basement and headed to the Briggs master bedroom on the 2nd floor, where we set up our high-definition, full-spectrum camera and a microphone to record while we were away.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Briggs, if you're around here, we come here with nothing but respect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this blue light over here, so if you feel the need to say anything, this works as a digital voice recorder. You can say anything into it that you feel the need to say, and we'll pick it up if you wanted to say something to us. Travis and I are going to go look at the rest of your house, so feel free to walk through our camera or say anything into that light.
So we're on the 3rd floor now. This is closed to the public. The Briggs used to hold parties and stuff here. Now they use it for storage and other purposes.
Right now, Travis and I are going to run a standard EVP, which we will leave up here. So if anything happens while we're gone, hopefully we'll get something.
Is anybody up here? Can you make a noise?
We left the 3rd floor and headed to the 4th floor top level, known as the Widow's Peak or the Lookout Tower. Up here we ran a quick spirit box session to see if any presence might be watching over the city.
My name's Chad. My partner's name is Travis. Is there anyone in here that wants to say anything to us?
After running a few more inconclusive tests in the lookout tower and the 3rd floor, we headed back down to the 2nd floor and continued exploring and running tests in the bedrooms.
This is an office now, but at one point it was the children's bedroom. Kids, do you still play in here at all?
While we explored the upper levels, GRAGGVision 3000 was running on the 1st floor and picked up this odd noise.
What?
You think you should go out of the basement, man?
Right now?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I'm up for it.
As we headed towards the basement, we decided to run an EVP on the main stairs.
Is there anybody here?
In the process, we heard this unexplainable noise that sounded like a glass or a chime. Ray later shared reports of an odd chime-like noise.
Can you give us a sign of your presence?
Did you hear that?
Is it like a tink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Where did it sound like? It sounded pretty close.
Yeah, like really close. Did you hear that?
Was it like a tink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you hear that?
Was it like a tink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you hear that?
Was it like a tink?
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Was it like a tink? Can you make that noise again? Dude, I'm kind of nervous to go down there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's creepy down there, man. I don't know, man. I feel nervous right now.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel like really nervous. Something about basements, man.
Do you feel like there could be...
Oh my God!
What?
Jesus! What? Something just passed through me, man.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You know,
I'm thinking maybe it was a bat.
what happened?
That just scared the piss out of me.
What happened?
I don't know, man.
Something passed through you? What happened?
Man, something.
Talk to me, man.
I think it might have been a bat, man. Let's try one more time.
Oh my God.
Dude, something flashed in front of my face, and I don't know what it was, but I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
my gosh.
That scared the ever-living crap out of me.
What if it was a ghost, man?
Oh man, I'm so nervous, man. I don't know why. Can you lead the way, man? I'm so nervous.
Oh my gosh, shit.
Please. I'm so nervous, man.
Oh my gosh, dude. What if something is in front of our grid right now?
Something is in front of that door right now, man.
Oh, you're gonna make me go through it first?
Please.
Oh my gosh. So weird so far.
Dude, I got like a gut-wrenching pain right now.
Right now?
Yeah, man. Oh. I'm getting serious chills right now. So if there's anything down here, if there's any presence at all down here, we're going to ask a question, and depending on the question, you can answer it either hitting the yes or the no. Is there anything in here with us right now?
Are you a girl?
Did you hear that?
I heard that, Chad.
Was that like a yell?
I can't tell, man.
Did you hear like a...
Yeah, I did.
Were you trying to answer our question?
Can you give us a sign of your presence?
While we investigated the basement, GRAGCam 2 was recording in the Briggs master bedroom and captured this odd and very faint mist-like figure by the foot of the bed. As you can see, this figure disappears just as fast as it appears, but there's no explanation as to what it could be. This is a side-by-side comparison of footage from the same camera earlier in the night while we were in the room with our flashlights, so you can clearly see the difference between our lights and this odd shape.
You just get like an uneasy feeling down here, man?
Yeah, man. It
I
doesn't
don't know
feel
what
right.
it is, man. Seriously, I don't know what it is, but I feel something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could just be...
I felt comfortable in all of the rest of the
Seriously,
house,
man.
but
Seriously,
down here
when
for
we were
some
running
reason-
all of our tests upstairs, didn't matter where we were at upstairs, I feel like completely uneasy down here.
Well, in doing this, we have to, this isn't an exact science. We have to trust our gut in some form,
Right.
And it feels like something's down here,
It does, man. It does.
How do you...
Are you a boy or a girl?
Yes or no question, Chef.
Blonde moment.
So Chad's sitting in the spot where a picture was taken with a clear image of a woman behind the man who was reading a letter or something.
Is there anything you want to say? Don't be afraid to communicate. Drain some of our batteries to use it. If you need energy, just kill some of our batteries right now.
Around this same time, while we were recording tests on the first floor, the GRAGCam 2 continued to record in the Briggs master bedroom. The light you see on the bed is our microphone, which is recording all of the sounds of the room. You'll notice in this shot that the light randomly shuts off, signifying the battery is dead. The batteries were new when the investigation started and have a life of about 15 hours. This battery oddly dying starts a series of events that make a compelling case for a paranormal interaction that unfolds during the next several minutes.
Can you make a noise? Mr. and Mrs. Briggs, are you in this room? That one have a bad battery? It definitely feels warmer than the one you're wearing.
Yeah, man, it feels like really, really warm for some reason.
But the battery is dead?
Yeah. I switched this battery before we came in here. I mean, I don't know if that's anything like odd or anything, but
I don't know. It's weird, you know, considering that the battery is dead
Right.
and it's warm, and yours is running fine. That's not warm. Can you make another battery die? Can you shut off the other microphone? Do you hear something?
Having learned that one of our microphone batteries was oddly drained, I requested that if there was a presence in the room, it drain the battery of our other equipment.
Do you guys still live here?
In a matter of moments, I noticed that the low battery light for Chad's microphone also starts flashing.
Hey, what's this red flashing? The light just started, I think.
what's the mic battery, man?
Wait, so the battery on the camera?
So
mic is dying?
my battery's dying now.
I watched you change that one.
My battery's dying now. It's flashing red.
Wait, I just said, can you drain our other mic battery, and now that one's dying?
Like on the spot,
Chad,
man.
we just lost
on the
sound,
spot,
man.
man. On the spot, it's losing
draining.
sound. Are you kidding me?
It just died. We changed the batteries.
Seriously.
Right before we came in.
Seriously, I need.
Is this sound on, Chad? Is this sound? Can you hear us? Okay, so now it's on camera
All
sound.
right. Sorry for the malfunction on the sound. It's
Make
not
sure you
going to sound
speak
as
up.
great, but like literally as we were talking about our microphone dying, which I had already changed the battery to before we came in here, as we were asking it to drain our power, literally like in seconds, man, my battery is flashing red. That means it needs a new battery.
Chad, in all of our
That's-
investigations, that is one of
Seriously.
the most bizarre happenings.
Right. That man, I can't explain to you. Seriously, like I cannot explain right now. Like a brand new battery. We haven't even been here.
Exactly. It's weird enough that it drained the battery, but then for me to say, can you drain the other battery? And in a matter of seconds, it did. That is a clear response.
Right.
This is truly, in all of our time investigating, seeing doors open, seeing anything, that is one of the most bizarre moments we've ever had, Chad.
A while later, we ended our investigation. It was an honor to explore this remarkable historic landmark. If you ask us, we'd say there still is an energy living inside the mansion. A few weeks later, we were invited to share our experience during a sold-out paranormal event at the mansion, where we were able to tell our story to a room full of GRAGGonites.
Like that. It just seemed like something maybe was trying to communicate with us, or maybe was letting us know that it was there when we said, can you drain another one of our batteries? And then like that, it did. So that's what we took from that. But we had an incredible experience at Briggs. We hope you guys are enjoying, and good luck in all of your own personal investigations.
Cool. Thank you.
Until next time, GRAGGonites.
Sneak